Class is in session. Welcome to the Hitting the Book show for Tuesday, April 7th. Ian Cameron and Connor Mack with you, ready to break down the primarily MLB will be the focus, but we'll get into some NHL and NBA at the beginning of the show, as always. But first, we'll look back quickly on last night. Congratulations to the Michigan Wolverines. They were the best team in the country pretty much all season. They were the best team in this tournament, start to finish. They beat down the one team that we thought was in their weight class, if you will, Arizona, in the Final Four. And while it was a valiant effort from UConn, slowed the game down. They were pretty good rebounding. They were pretty good defensively. They just couldn't make enough shots. Michigan, despite an off-shooting night by their standards, was able to find a way to win. And man, is that a sign of a great team. That for once, they had to battle. They had to play in a bit of a grinder of a game, a lower scoring, lower pace game. And Michigan, that's a sign of a great team, why they're a great team, why they're the best team in college basketball. They were still able to find a way to win. But we do cash our dual best bet on the Hitting the Book show yesterday with UConn, plus the 6.5 was good too because they lost by 6. The number was 6.5 at the time we did the show. So if you got the late number, 6.5, you still were a winner with UConn last night. But CMAC, pretty good game. I wouldn't say it was an all-time classic, but UConn hung in there. But Michigan, at the end of the day, the best team in the country in college basketball this season, found a way to win.
Yeah, I mean, it showed. And it even, we talked about, I thought some of those good games where they had trouble shooting it, and when we talked about it yesterday, and they kind of eked out some close wins. They did have some losses too, but they're just super talented. You know, a team with a bunch of transfers from start to finish. I'd say it was just about maybe another team or two, the best team in the country, I'd say. And yeah, and they had a bad shootout. UConn wasn't great either, was a little bit better. Maybe the first half, the threes, you know what I mean, kind of held them. Michigan made that run right at the end of the first half to take the lead. But I get it was maybe a little bit boring, not enough shots, but, I'll take it. Reed got his over UConn. We talked about cover. McKinney didn't for me. He hit a big three, though. That was a big three at the end of the game. He couldn't hit anything early. I thought he shot that. Well, that was his only one in the second half, too. So, because I thought he'd probably shoot 5 or 6. He was just one for 4. So, but yeah, college basketball is over. But it's always this time of year, as Robert just put in the chat. We're going to talk about Masters
tomorrow. You know what, Robert? We'll do that.
We can do it tomorrow. By the way, I'm going to do a show with our guy Ick Schnizzle on Hoobang. He wrote me a message today. He wants to talk Masters. So I'm going to talk Masters with him tomorrow night. Probably not long, but we'll be on for 30 minutes. I said I'd go on with him and talk. But we could do, you can throw it out as well. We could do a little Masters talk. But every time of year, I love it. I miss college basketball. It's gone. But it kind of this re-coaches the MLB. As much as we've started, I got into college basketball. Some of these sports are I need to get all this other out the way. And then NBA and NHL being right here in the playoffs. So that all kind of gets down to where the focus would be more on the baseball card. Right. You know what I mean? And just a couple, playoff games in those sports, which was really good. So I'm ready for it.
No doubt. No, absolutely. Like I said, excited about the Masters. We will talk Masters tomorrow. We're doing a members-only show, as we always do on Wednesday.
Yeah, become a member.
We will do Masters breakdown, and I'll have some first-round leader picks. I'll have some tournament outright picks. Because I'm talking with my golf sources via Zoom call. Well, not Zoom call, but a StreamYard meeting room call. I do that for the majors with the golf people that I respect. And they just give me what they think makes sense, and I kind of tail it. I don't handicap golf, so I always rely on my my confidants, if you will, when it comes to golf betting. So, but I'll have some stuff.
You get there in the end. Yeah, that's all that matters.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Golf to me it's been a handicap because I just played it my whole life, and then literally I watch week to week golf, and since this big, I've never missed a week and not watching it. And even when the big games are on, it's click back to golf, click back, commercials. So that's how it is for me. So how I've kind of been involved with golf, and I love it.
No doubt. So we'll give you a Masters preview, the first golf major of the year, of course, as it always is.
Tomorrow,
Tomorrow we'll give you some Masters betting preview and betting picks tomorrow. So look forward to that on the members only show. So become a member of the Hitting the Books YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's worth it
already. All right, let's start with, as always, NHL. It's a big Tuesday slate in the NHL. Highlight bets for me for the slate tonight would be a couple of draws that I like: Columbus, Detroit, Philly, New Jersey. I think those are good draw looks. Maybe Colorado, St. Louis as well. Edmonton, Utah, Nashville, Anaheim. So definitely a few draw looks there on the slate tonight. Sides. Ottawa, I like them against Tampa. I think they mean business. They get Tampa on a back-to-back, 3rd and 4. Ottawa's been at home for a week. So important for Ottawa to win these games. They've actually beaten Tampa at home 3 of the last 4 as well. So I like Ottawa there to beat Tampa. I like Montreal team total over 3.5 quite a bit. Florida is just struggling to keep the puck out of the net right now, as you'd expect with a decimated, depleted lineup, and the defense is banged up. Montreal off a shutout home loss to New Jersey. They probably bounce back here. So over 3.5 team total, Montreal. First period over with Seattle, Minnesota, because it's been a crazy hot run with that. I think Calgary, Dallas, if you can find 5.5, the over's worth a look. Calgary games on the road have been going over the total of late. I like St. Louis a little bit against I like Colorado to get the first goal, but I like St. Louis with the value. Plus 130 at home against Colorado because it's a huge game for them. They've actually beaten Colorado twice in a row in St. Louis. So this has been a tough building for the Avs in recent years. Edmonton, Utah, that's a first period over. How about this, C-Mac, if you like trends and why I like the first period over, Utah Mammoth.
Right.
10 straight first period overs for the Utah Mammoth. 10-0 run to the first period over in Utah Mammoth games.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that continues tonight against Edmonton in that one. Vegas, Vancouver, there's probably a lot of goals there, like there is in every Vancouver game. Vegas probably gets 4. Game probably goes over, first period over as well. I think Vancouver, if you can find goal in the first period for Vancouver, I think that's worth a bet as well. Vancouver has scored a first period goal in 5 straight games and 6 of the last 7 games. And Vancouver goal in the first period is minus 122 at FanDuel. Pretty decent price on that. For some reason, the Canucks have been good at getting on the board in the first 20 minutes. And then in the late game, that probably is one where I kind of have to lean over there because Anaheim's not playing good defense right now. Really struggling in their own end. Their games have been trending over. It's a great spot for Anaheim because they're off a few losses. They're rested. Nashville's coming in on a back-to-back after a very, very important, intense game with Los Angeles last night. So, yeah. But the problem is Anaheim is struggling. But I think from a situational, it couldn't set up any better for Anaheim there. C-Mac, what do you think on the ice tonight for Tuesday?
Yeah, but I don't want to. No way I'm going to lay this price with Ducks at all. I'd lean Nashville if I were to take it. Yeah, I think Vegas, Vancouver, which is a 4-2 game, a week ago. Of course, with the coaching change. I think that game could get over. Same thing, yeah, Robert. We got Draisaitl, no Hyman. I want Utah. This price is. Do you want to?
Minus 130, yeah. Z, I wanted a little better than that.
I mean, you could. I don't know. This is like if you do parlays, like maybe put this if you don't mind the -1. I'd like it as much as this team stepped up. Then they kind of hit the skids again. Utah, I don't know. They're just still flighted. There's not a lot of trust there for me. But yeah, this is a big game for them at home. My Blues, of course, Blues here at home. Got to be on them at this plus price there. We talked about Vegas, that over. I kind of agree with the Wild you talked about. Even their team total, I know it's a little bit high, the 3.5, like minus 130 area, but I think they could get it. Bruins. The Bruins here. Give me them on the money line. I think this is a little bit crazy there. I think, did you talk about the draw in that game maybe too?
That one's tough because I think it's a nice Carolina bounce back spot after they lost to Ottawa, but I don't
believe it.
There haven't been many draw spots lately with Boston, Carolina head to head. But
I know, I saw that.
Yeah,
when I was looking at it, I did see that. Yeah. And at 6, there are 6. I mean, I kind of like this over in Columbus and Detroit. Over 6.
Series history agrees with you. Like it's been 8 straight overs, I think, with Columbus, Detroit. The only concern is with such a big game, they need the points desperately. Does it get a little tight?
True.
But yeah, I'm with you. I still lean over there. I do. Yep.
Yeah, I lean over 6. But I was looking at that over a little bit.
There you have it. Great stuff. There's the NHL, NBA, quick hitter, and then we'll focus mostly, as we will do on this show moving forward, on baseball. But for NBA, the main bets. Miami, Toronto, I think that's a good over. If Toronto has a healthy lineup, I kind of like the Raptors, but there's still some questionables, so I'm waiting on that. I'm on Charlotte here tonight. This is a big game. They're trying to get out of the play-in. Boston's got the Knicks after this, and as long as Boston beats the Knicks in that next game, they're going to finish ahead of New York for second in the East. So that's the game that's really important. This one, I don't know. I think it's just a more important game for the Hornets, and they might play like it. So I think the Hornets could be live there, 4.5, 5-point dogs against Boston. I'm on Indiana, double digits. I mean, it's just Minnesota's got banged up. They haven't been covering late. Indiana first half full game. I'll split it between the two because some of these big dogs, they've been showing up in the first half and then getting killed in the second half. So for that reason, I'm going to split it with Indiana first half and full game. I like the over with Utah, New Orleans. Sacramento, there's another dog I like. Sacramento, I mean, Golden State, that's just way too many points. I know Curry's back, but he's on a minutes restriction coming off that injury. And they just haven't been good double-digit favorites. And Sacramento, yeah, they got crushed by the Clippers in their last game, but look before that. They won outright as a road dog at Toronto. They covered as road dogs at Atlanta. They lost by 10. Orlando, they lost by 4. So they've been covering these big numbers, Sacramento, away from home lately.
I think they're the only side. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to lay 15 with the Golden State?
Not me. So I'm on Sacramento. I'm on the over with Dallas Clippers. And in the late game, Houston, Phoenix. I think Houston's Fugazi, as my good friend Dutch would say. Phoenix, to me, at home, it's pretty cheap. Near pick'em. I think the Suns get it done. Backcourt advantage with Devin Booker over Amen Thompson. I think there's an advantage there for Phoenix. So Phoenix at a pick'em at home. And I like the over because ever since Reed Shepherd's been starting for Houston, they've been trending over. 5-1 in their last 6 to the over. So I think that total's a little low, Houston, Phoenix. CMAC, NBA, what do you got?
Yeah, NBA here. Pacers, I took them just first half here, plus 7.5. I think they're definitely at least competitive early. I'm on this again. You know, I think it may be 8-2. I'll take the Nets. I don't give a shit even this game. Durham scored 110. Team total under 109.5.
Yep.
I just think it's high. Like, I mean, it's been a minute since they've even got over 110. Like, even in that last game, even went over a little bit with the team total under there. Yeah, and I leans Hornets. I lean that way. I kind of like this. This has moved a little bit, the over with Miami, Toronto. You know, I don't love it now at 242.5, or right around there, 242. But I was looking at that over earlier today, Miami, Toronto.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think there's points for sure in that one.
What about Washington?
That's an over too, but like I said, I don't like that one quite as much. But you're not going to, couldn't beg me to bet an under with those two teams right now.
I think Washington could cover as well.
They might. I mean, Chicago's a road favorite's a little dubious. That I can definitely agree with. I mean, laying 6 on the road with the Bulls.
With a 250 total? I mean, shit.
I agree. That seems a little sketchy to want to do that. You can find better things to do with your money than lay 6 on the road on a Tuesday night.
With the Bulls. Fuck, yeah.
Yeah, no question. Yeah, I agree. All right, let's go to Major League Baseball here for a Tuesday night. We had a few day games earlier today. The rest are at night. Let's start with Cincinnati and Miami. Andrew Abbott, Sandy Alcantara. Miami minus 135 home favorite, 7.5 the total in this game. You know, I think because they thought Abbott would be an ace, and they think Alcantara was going to pitch well this season. You're getting at 7, I kind of lean over here in this game a little bit. Think there is some value. The money line, I wanted Miami, but not quite at minus 140. I'm not that excited at that price to back Miami, but would lean to the Marlins here. CMAC, what do you think there?
Yeah, I know. I think both these guys, there maybe could be some runs. You know,
Abbott got blown up in his last start. That's what makes me think, gosh, 7 might be light.
Yeah, I think he pitches better. I like the Reds. I like the Reds here a bit. First 5. Take a shot here with Abbott. I mean, I think definitely be tight. You can even take the +0.5. I don't love turning the dogs like that into, like on a first 5 too much. Or if I do, but then it's a bigger dog and I'll take it down to plus 110 or, or even money if I do. But I think the Reds first 5 here.
All right, good stuff there. All right, on we go to the next game, San Diego, Pittsburgh. Nick Pivetta, Paul Skeens. Pittsburgh minus 140, home favorites, 6 the total. Low total, obviously, Skeens on the mound. Yeah, I'm passing this game. I mean, I actually don't find myself ever betting on Pittsburgh with Skeens on the mound. And the reason for that is because the price is it's no bargain. You can pay the tax every fucking time he starts. I mean, there's never value to me anymore betting Pittsburgh with Paul Skeens on the mound. So I can't touch them. And San Diego actually beat them last night. So bounce back spot. They got the right guy on the mound, but this is just not the price I want. So pass. Anything, C-Mac?
Yeah, in this game, I do have a look. I don't know if there's a ton of runs. Pivetta did look better in that last start after kind of getting hit around his first start. I don't love him really on the road. The thing is, I just don't love the Pirates offense. So we have this low total here. But I have a lean to their team total over 1.5. First 5, it's minus 115. Can you trust this Pirates team to score a couple runs? They're off getting shut out. I think they can get by that. And I took a shot here with Reynolds, 4 for 9 in the 3-hole. His RBI plus 240, 4 for 9 with a bomb. This guy has come through with me a lot. I don't know. It's like I'm just on him. So hopefully today you want a big plus price, plus 240 his RBI. And the bomb's plus 680. We'll get to Jacks, later. I got some getting back into the mode here. Baseball mode. Yeah. College basketball in the rear view.
It is. Yep. Great season though. We both, I think, had good winning seasons in college.
Oh yeah.
I know.
Another really good February, March.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't complain.
We'll take it. But you're right. As always in this business, once the sport ends, then others keep on going. It's always turn the page. Yeah, and on to the next one. Speaking of on to the next one, on to the next one. As far as the next game, Cubs and Rays. We've got Javier Assad and we've got Mason Englert, a spot start replacing Rasmussen for Tampa Bay. Rays minus 120 home favorites, 8 the total. I thought it was a great price, great spot with the Rays yesterday. Back home opener. They're opening the Trop up again after the renovations because of they got the hole in the roof from that hurricane or tornado, whatever it was. And they had to renovate the place. But they were back at the Trop yesterday. They got the job done. I don't want to take them with Englert, though. Englert doesn't have good numbers this year out of the bullpen. Assad, we'll see, pitched pretty well his first start. But I'm going to go to this over. I mean, I got 7.5. It's been bumped up to 8.
I like it. Yeah.
Tampa Bay's an over machine this year. And we don't normally say that about the Rays. But this year, their lineup's been pretty good. They've scored 17 runs in their last 3 games combined. And their pitching's just not as good. Their starting pitching's more dubious, more question marks. And their bullpen stinks this year so far. Their bullpen is terrible compared to what we've seen from Tampa Bay teams in the past. So put it all together, they've been a good value team to the over. Tampa Bay 8-2 to the over this season, the Tampa Bay Rays. So give me that over. I got 7.5. I still like it at 8. C-Mac.
Yeah, that's great. You got a 7.5 because I think even the 8 it could get over. So yeah, you basically have a bullpen day for the Rays. And Assad, I think he could give up a few.
I do too.
Like he's off last year, not doing much. His spring, he had like a good start. I remember against the Royals. He's been hit around. He's been all right. He's been down AAA. He's had a couple starts too, right? Yep. Before this. So I think they could get to him too. I don't know if there's a ton of runs, but I think it could sneak over the 8. I kind of agree. And nothing on the side. Tampa with this number, no way. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, I don't blame you on that. All right, next up as we continue along here, I think the rest of the next stretch, we got the 6:45 Eastern game. We got St. Louis and Washington. Matthew Liberator for St. Louis and Cade Cavalli here for Washington. Minus 115, slight favorites. The Nats here, 7.5 the total in this game. This one is another one, too, where last night I was on the over with these two teams, and it got there. These are 2 bad bullpens. Washington doesn't have a good bullpen. I don't think St. Louis has a bullpen this year. So while this total's low because they think that Liberator is going to pitch well and they think that Cade Cavalli's capable. And Cade Cavalli had one good start last time, but he did have a bad start. His first start against the Cubs, he got roughed up 3 runs, only lasted 3.2 innings. And that's my concern. If he only goes 4 or 5 innings, you get a lot of Washington bullpen. That's going to open the door for runs late. So I think at 7.5, I'm running it back with another over here tonight, St. Louis and Washington. C-Mac, what do you think? Yeah,
I could get there. I mean, it showed with both bullpens. Even the Cardinals, I'm like, once they even took the lead, I'm like, they're going to probably give up. And that's going to come back and boom, right away. And Abrams came through, massive homer. Well, Wood hit the big one that tied it, but because he should have had that RBI and the guy got gunned at home. Who was it? House, I think.
Yep.
House or Lyle. Anyways, he got gunned, and I'm like, God damn. But he cashed. So hopefully anybody was on that. We need more plus money props to get rolling. And yesterday was good. But I'd be on the Nats too. Once they just start even getting the minus past 110, I'm like, I don't really want them. You know what I mean? But Ben, it's kind of a coin flip. With that bullpen, and Price isn't crazy enough first 5. So I'm off.
All right, on we go to another 6:45 p.m. Eastern start at Fenway, Milwaukee and Boston. We've got Jacob Mizorowski for the Brewers and Garrett Crochet for the Red Sox. Boston minus 160, home favorite, 6.5 the total. Garrett Crochet be damned. At this price, I'm taking the Brewers. C-Mac. Boston's awful right now. What are they now? 2-7, 2-8, something like that. Just a terrible beginning to the season for Boston. And I know Crochet is their stopper, their ace, the guy you want on the mound when you're scuffling and you need a win. Well, he didn't pitch that great last time we saw him against the Houston Astros. Boston bullpen has been up and down. The lineup's been a little bit disappointing. Like I said, the bullpen's had some issues. I just think at this price, I have to take the red-hot Brewers and fade the ice-cold Red Sox. They're overpriced. Even with Crochet on the mound, to me, they're overpriced here tonight. C-Mac, what do you think?
Exactly, and nothing's going well. All 3 phases. The starting pitching hasn't been that great. It's kind of kept the bullpen's been awful, and this team just hasn't hit.
Yep.
He can't hit a fucking lick. I mean, that's why they're 2-8.
Last night they finally did hit a little bit, and then the bullpen sucks.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. Need all 3. Yep. God, in baseball, shit. Unless you're starter, which Crochet could pitch well. And we got this low total. I could see this under. Mitch shoots that way with these 2, but I think so. I mean, Brewers, even the first 5, even though I'd kind of rather have the bullpen with the full game as well, I think they could get a couple. I just don't trust the Red Sox. Not right now. They're sure they're going to go on a run, but not looking good early.
Not so far. And the key for Mizorowski is because sometimes his control and command disappears. Don't walk guys. He does have walk issues. I mean, force Boston to hit their way on base. Don't give them free passes, because if you don't walk them and you don't give them free passes, then that's good news, because they're not hitting collectively right now.
Hey, good. Anthony's DHing. I saw that throw again he had from left field. Fuck. This guy's got no arm.
No.
Yeah,
that's concerning, man. You know, you're just being.
My niece can throw better than that. Oh shit!
You're being hyped up as this generational talent ball player, and you're throwing flop like that out there on.
But he can hit.
Yeah. He can hit, but my gosh, got to work on that other side of the game too. All right, next up we've got Athletics and Yanks. We've got Aaron Savali and Cam Schlittler for the Yankees. The Yankees minus 250, home favorites, 8.5 the total. I mean, how do you bet this? I mean, I look, Schlittler's been lights out. I mean, I'm not fading him, but minus 250, there's not much value. Maybe Yankees team total over, maybe Athletics team total under, if you trust Schlittler to dominate again. But hard to find value. C-Mac, what do you think? A's, Yankees.
Yeah, but one thing, he has pitched well. I'd watch it with the Yankees. This seems like the fucking easiest layup on the fucking board, doesn't it? Like,
waiting for that other shoe to drop, it sounds like, yeah.
And the Athletics, their bullpen has been horrible. Yeah. Just so bad. So, but this price, I know the Yankees have come out good, but yeah, I don't know if they're playing that well where I'd lay minus 1.5 at home, you know?
Right.
On the run line. So, pass. A's, I take them or nothing.
A's or nothing, so C-Mac. All right.
First five, leave that bullpen.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, we
I
did
don't know
say
what we get.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, but yeah, I agree. If you're going to take the A's, 100% C-Mac, you got to go first 5 because the bullpen is it's that horrific. It's that horrific right now for the Athletics for sure. Robert's taking a shot in the chat. A's plus 204. Wow.
Yeah, don't blame him.
Yeah. I think there's going to be a time. Yeah,
this guy's named Schittler.
Schittler when he's bad. Schlittler when he's good.
Schlittler. Yeah, sorry, I forgot that. Schittler. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Schlitz.
Yeah.
That's an old beer. Schlitz.
That's what I'm going to do from now on. When he's bad, I call him Schittler. When he's good, I call him what his actual name is.
All right.
There we go. Like Schlitz, you're right, the old beer that was out in the 70s and 80s. Yeah. Speaking of shit, how about those Toronto Blue Jays? They're taking on the LA Dodgers once again tonight. Oh, my God, it's miserable, man. There's people panicking already. All the injuries, all the problems with the pitching staff, injuries. There's a flu bug running through the Blue Jays as well right now. He left the game with tendinitis in his forearm. Scherzer, the last thing they needed last night. And now here they are. Again, Dodgers minus 150. Road favorites, 7.5 the total. I mean, we kind of thought the Blue Jays, little value at a home dog, but they're just in such disarray right now. Injuries and flu bug and can't hit. Just all kinds of bullpens had issues. I mean, it's just everything for Toronto right now. And they're only 4-6. It's not like there's teams with worse record than them, but it feels worse because it's been the Rockies and the White Sox that have beaten them. And of course, the Dodgers just thumped them 15-2 last night in that first game. I mean, I can't take the Jays right now, but Gausman's been great. Gausman's been excellent. He's given them a chance to win every time he's been on the mound. Problem is they got to deal with the Blue Jays, this scuffling lineup with Yamamoto on the mound here for the Dodgers tonight. Maybe it's low scoring, but gosh almighty, 7.5 with the problems with the Blue Jay pen and the Dodgers' explosiveness with their lineup, even without Mookie Betts. It's hard to bet an under, even if these pitchers pitch. I mean, you're talking about, well, a 7.5 right now. For a Dodger game feels low. C-Mac, what do you think?
I know. I don't think the Jays get any runs. I know it's all the juice. Their team total under. I think Yamamoto pitches well. Now, do you want the Dodgers team total over? What do you think of Gausman? I mean, it was against the Rockies and the A's.
That's true. And this is a step
up. But he could pitch well here again.
He did. And he pitched well in the World Series, did he not, against the Dodgers? I think.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, he did. I mean, in these first 2 starts, he's striking out everybody.
Right. So,
but some of these lefties, I think, could get to him. So I don't know if there is a ton of runs. And these prices are crazy, I think, for the Dodgers. Some of these, like Tucker, his RBI is plus 200, Jack's plus 460. Muncy's in the 8th hole, I think, today. He's 7 for 13 with 4 bombs off him. I think he got one in the World Series because I was on it. I'm pretty sure. I won the opposite field one.
Yeah.
But his RBI plus 220, I think they're worth a shot. Payoffs as well came through yesterday. And I don't know if you want to may not go crazy with him, but if it keeps cashing every day, I think those are the guys to look for in this lineup. Kyle Tucker, I mean, he's had a few games now, 3 or 4 games with RBIs. I looked at him. Just a good matchup versus Gausman, I think. Lefties with him. Because anything left up, he's got the good curveball and splitter, but if it's left up, he can get hit.
All right, Seattle and Texas. George Kirby, Nate Eovaldi, Seattle minus 115, road favorite, 7.5 total in this game. Yeah, I'll just give this game to you. I don't have a whole lot here. I'm sick and tired of the Mariners at this point. I took them last night. No offense again, and they find another way to lose. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And
Get off my lawn.
At right now with the Mariners. I'm done with them for now. I like Kirby a lot, though. I'm not betting against Kirby. I like him, but this Seattle team, man, it's hard to trust them right now. They're not hitting a lick. C-Mac, what do you think?
Under. You only take the under. Both these pitchers just shut down these lineups too. Not a bargain. It did open 8, but I think even 7.5. Under nothing in this game. And yeah, basically a flip. I could back either of these teams. You want to back these offenses right now? I mean,
not really.
I don't. Not really. I mean, if I had to, maybe Texas.
Yeah.
Here, they're plus 100. But Kirby's had some very good starts in his career. First, the Rangers.
All right, Houston, Colorado. Mitch Burrows, Kyle Freeland. Houston minus 160, road favorites. 11 the totals. 10.5 actually in some spots. Over. Going right back to it. Houston, Colorado, over 10.5. I like it. Houston, by the way, they are thumping right now, this Astros lineup. No question about that. But the Rockies, you get them at home, they can hit all of a sudden. We've seen that for years. The Rockies at home turn into a bit of a different lineup in that bandbox known as Coors Field. Don't trust either pitcher, so 10.5. Give me another over there with Astros Rockies. C-Mac, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm off here. Rockies put up runs. I don't know if I trust them again here. Not at least at not this price, really. I think Christian Walker, though, I always love him against the lefty. He hits freely well. He had a good game yesterday, too. I think he went 2 for 4, 3 for 4. His RBI best number plus 115, and his jack plus 400. I think is worth a look in this game. And the lineup's not out though. I was waiting on that. Should be out any minute though. Thinking.
Yeah, for an 8:30.
I was waiting him where he's in the lineup.
Yeah, you should see it any minute. I agree with.
Yeah, any minute. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, but I think he's playing. He should be.
All right, Atlanta Braves and LA Angels. Hey, C-Mac, man, give him some credit on this. He thought.
He's in. Lineup's out. What's up?
About Braves and Angels, our next game. You thought the Angels might be live last night. Well, they sure were. It was a dominant performance by the Angels, and just not sharp was Chris Sale last night against the Angels, and the Angels got it done. It's Yusei Kikuchi on the mound tonight for the Angels against Ronaldo Lopez for the Braves. Atlanta minus 135, road favorites, 8.5 the total. Kind of think this could get over 8.5. The wind's blowing out at Angel Stadium. That's kind of why I say that. It's not like I think Kikuchi's a fade and Lopez is a big fade, but the lineups are capable. The wind's blowing out, and people are betting the over because I'm seeing the 8.5 is juice now. So I would lean that way. It's not my favorite bet on the board, but lean over here. C-Mac, anything? Braves, Angels?
That's how I feel. I just don't love it enough because I think some of these Braves have good numbers. Kikuchi's just so weird at home. I mean, this is where he's better. He could look really good. All right, he just gives up 5 or 6. So I think he could pitch better. One thing, so there was a few Braves. I think you look at Baldwin. He just keeps cashing as well. But with the Angels, Soler, give me him here, plus 500. I think he has 3 homers off Lopez, 3 or 4. And we know with him, it's all or nothing. So he's already hitting 200, which is normal with the bomb. So I think that's was his numbers, 4 homers here to double check.
I think so. You're right. He's been good.
Yeah, 13 for 22 off Lopez with 4 bombs. Put a little on his jack. Yeah, Ronald Acuna. There's a bunch of Braves that have hit Kikuchi. Bunch of Braves have hit him. So I think that's why the over, might be getting a little love. But I think 8.5 would be it, and that's just a lean because these two teams have not gone over, especially the Braves early.
I guess we're hoping then for a little Soler power, Soler energy tonight from
Soler.
Soler there for the Atlanta for the Angels rather against Ronaldo Lopez. All right, last game, C-Mac, Philadelphia Phillies, San Francisco Giants. I mean, the Giants, just when you think they maybe are going to get a win, and then they just Bryce Harper just ravages that bullpen in the late innings, and Philly comes back to win. Brutal loss for San Francisco. They suck right now. They're terrible. Philadelphia, minus 150, road favorite, 7 the total. I mean, I love Christopher Sanchez. It's Phillies or pass for me. I don't trust Robbie Ray on the other side for San Francisco, but minus 150 on the road does feel like it's well priced. You're not getting a ton of value, but I could only back the Phillies right now. Giants are a shit show. They suck. C-Mac, what do you think?
I know they are a shit show. And everything shows with these two pitchers, there could be runs. These were good matches. These prices are crazy. And we have a 7 here. There's a few 7.5. So they're expecting not a lot of runs. I'm off in this one. You know what? I thought the Giants bullpen was did all right there the first, and then they're not. They got that. They gave it up there in the 7th last night with a 4-2 lead.
They're 1-7 at home. Those poor home fans there. Cove. Again, nothing of value to watch so far.
Yeah, the bullpen's just been not good the last few days because I'm like, wow, maybe is this Giant bullpen? Who knows? Back to the old. It's early, but I don't know if they'll be great. We'll see.
Yeah, terrible loss for the Giants once again. So Phillies are past for me now. All right, Jack of the day. I'm going to give you mine, and then I think you already mentioned Jorge Soler, so that's probably one of the ones you like quite a bit here tonight. I'm going to go with someone that's hit a bomb in 2 straight games for the Tampa Bay Rays, and I think he's got a good matchup here against Assad for the Cubs. Junior Caminero for the Tampa Bay Rays. That's going to be my primary home run prop, Jack of the day look. Plus, pretty good price, too. Let me see what I got with Caminero. I think I got plus 400 with him at 410 at Fanatics. But shop around, see if that price is still available. But yeah, Junior Caminero for the Tampa Bay Rays plus 410. It's one of the home run props.
He's always one of my fave guys last year.
No doubt. I think Alvarez for Houston is worth a look too against Freeland. Here's one
Red hot.
for Atlanta. You talked about Atlanta Angels. How about Drake Baldwin? He's gone.
Oh, he's on fire.
Back games for the Atlanta Braves plus 500, plus 550 at Bet Rivers for him to hit a jack. Drake Baldwin, Atlanta. I think that's a good one with some value. Anything else, C-Mac? Jack of the day? He's
been tearing it up. No, just the guys that I mentioned. Like in that Phillies game, I don't know. Like I think there could be value. The guys like Chapman's 4 for 8 with a bomb. Harper 6 for 15. Big prices too. I always like Bohm off a lefty. He's almost 10 to 1. He went there, but just the ones I already, gave out earlier.
All right, great stuff. There you go. I love having the Jack of the Day segment back. Good shit.
It's back.
Missed it.
We're back.
One of the favorite staples of this show, going back years. When we started this show. All right, let's wrap this thing up. C-Mac, best bets. First of all, everyone in the chat, Robert Carlson, Nicholas Handy, Gorky, Thomas Corbett, Drew, Jorge Herrera, Chucktown 111, Brian Elfring. We thank all of you guys for being with us here. And become a member if you're not already, because we got a members-only show tomorrow. Once again, NHL, NBA, MLB. We'll break it all down tomorrow, and we'll get into some Masters golf bets. For the big tournament, the first major of the year tomorrow. Looking forward to that on the members only edition of the Hit.
Can you hear the music already? Yeah.
With Jim Nance. Welcome to the Masters. Jim Nance here at Butler Cabin alongside Trevor Immelman, his current partner, of course, now. Trevor, not Nick Faldo anymore. It's Trevor Immelman the last several years. So, you'll see them at the old famous Butler Cabin. Always good to see that. Giving out that green jacket in the old Butler Cabin Sunday night after the final round is over. Just a great tradition. They get a little snobby sometimes at the Masters, but still, it's a good tradition.
You think?
And you have to pay a premium for all the fucking food and drinks, from what I hear there at the Masters.
They're actually not too bad, the Masters.
Yeah.
Like the sandwiches, the pimento cheese, like it's not crazy compared to a lot of places. That's one thing. If you look at not compared to what it kind of has become to any sporting event, where it's just nuts. I'm like, God damn, it's crazy. $15 beers, shit like that. It's like, wow.
Jim Nance, this is like his 40th year at the Masters, 86. So this is like 40th anniversary of Jim Nance at the Masters now. That's crazy, man. He was doing it when Brent Musburger and Pat Summerall were part of the CBS golf team in 1986.
Yeah.
He started his first Masters, Jim Nance, on CBS on the broadcast. He was at one of the holes. He wasn't hosting back then. Brent Musburger and Pat Summerall did the hosting back then in 1986. But Jim Nance was stationed at one of the holes. I think it was 16. His very first Masters was the epic final round back nine comeback by Jack Nicklaus to win that Masters at whatever it was. He was in his 40s at that time, and he won
45
the Masters.
Or something?
Yeah, 86. Yeah. One of the great finishes in Masters history with Vern
Putter
Lundquist.
up.
Great, yes, sir, from Vern Lundquist. Yeah, that's going back. I was 1 year old when that happened.
Nick, you're right. Everything. So the food and that's pretty, but the ticket to get in there and everything else, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? The only thing that, is somewhat decent is like your water, your sandwich, your chips, but everything else, oh my man. Yeah, I'd love to go there. Yeah, ticket's crazy, to go to the Masters. Holy shit.
You're not kidding.
Insane. Brian, shout out to our guy, Brian, coming a member. Appreciate you, my dude.
Which means you'll be seeing us tomorrow, Brian, 5 p.m. Eastern, members only show. Tomorrow. Looking forward to it. And we'll talk Masters for sure. And get some, hopefully some good bets going for that. All right, C-Mac, let's wind this thing down and wrap it up. Best bets. What do you got for tonight, C-Mac? Tuesday. Best bet.
Beg. He's going to the Giants game. He said, pray for him.
Oh, yeah, geez.
Praying for you, my guy,
pray
right
for you,
now.
man. That team is just
Hey.
I don't know if you could pay me to watch them, but you're a good man for doing so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I was going to go Reds first 5, but I like this again. It was on it yesterday. I think these pitchers pitch well. Give me Mariners, Rangers under 7.5. That's my best bet. Good.
There you go. I like it. Good stuff indeed. All right, my best bet. I think I'm using that Tampa Bay Chicago Cubs over. I like it. With
okay, I like it.
Versus Engler, spot starter. Probably not going to pitch deep. His numbers aren't that great anyway. Rays are 8-2 to the over this season, so let's go with that. Chicago Cubs, Tampa Bay Rays over 8 -110 for my best bet here for this Tuesday MLB slate. That's a wrap. Shout out to everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Members only show tomorrow. So make sure you join us for that same time. For Connor Mack, I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Tuesday night. Enjoy the games and good luck. And we'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific for a members only edition of the Hitting the Books show. Until then, class dismissed.
Peace.